Hey guys, I wanted to give you some examples of what you're doing today. Remember what we talked about Friday. If you don't, you may want to watch Friday's videos. You got a couple of videos on Friday's assignment that will help you. But we talked about, or the videos talked about, creating solutions for two equations. They're called a system of equations. So they have a solution, and that is their intersection point. Some have an intersection point when they cross. Then you've got ones that are parallel because they have the same slope and they won't have any solution. And then you've got those that are the exact same equation, just written in a different way, where they line up on top of each other and all of their answers are the same, or infinite answers, infinite solutions. So what we're going to focus on today is just the finding one solution. So that's all we're looking at today, is where two lines intersect. So this system, there's several ways to do that. There are three different ways. Graphing is what we're going to talk about today, okay? And we may not get through all three, but I'm at least going to introduce you to graphing and understand what systems mean and what a solution is. It's the intersection point of two linear equations, okay? So for your assignment today, all you're doing is, for like this one's already in y equals mx plus b, so all you have to do is you're going to find which one is negative 5 over 3, so that means going down 5 and across 3, but starting at 0 or passing through 0, 3. And then on the red, you're going to find going up 1 and over 3, starting at negative 3. And you're going to, let me show you how you're going to do this from one that you may have difficulty on. So I don't think 3 and 4 are going to be difficult for you, but I feel like 5 may be difficult. So I want to go over how to switch those around to equal y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to do the blue one first. So you've got x plus y equals 0. And all we're going to do is we're going to move everything to the other side to isolate x. So, isolate y. Okay, so that means it's going to be y equals x plus 0 is just, or negative x plus 0 is still just negative x. So what that means is they're going to pass through 0, 0, so your y-intercept is 0, 0, and then it's going to go down 1. Remember, this is negative 1, and you put that over 1 as a fraction. So your slope is down 1 over 1, down 1 to the right 1, and you go through 0, 0, okay? And then you've got your other one that says x minus y equals 2. Then what you have to do is you have to subtract the x to set it up in y equals mx plus b. Then you've got negative y equals negative x minus 2, plus 2, but you have to divide by negative 1 on all these. So that just flips all your signs. Okay, so y equals positive x minus 2. That means we're going to go up 1 over 1, but start at negative 2. Okay, so now let's look at our slide. So we have these two equations. Y equals, you've got your blue of y equals negative 1 over 1x, which you won't see this, it just says negative x. And then you've got y equals x minus 2. Okay, so let's look at the slides. I'm going to look at the slide and I'm going to enlarge it. Okay, so we've got y equals negative x. So which ones cross through the origin? C doesn't. And which ones are negative? So you've got a positive here and a positive here. So you can see that. So we've kind of canceled it out because it goes through the origin. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it goes through the origin. We can take that point off of there. I'll get this right in just a minute. Okay. So you're going to go through the origin here. So all of these go through the origin. Now we got to remember what we've got the blue is negative 1 over 1. So that means you go down 1 and over 1. So we go through the origin and it's negative. There's only 1. So we're going to take this one, you're going to double click it, and you're going to move it. You're going to move it into this box because that's the one that matches. Okay. And now you're going to, oh, it was supposed to. Okay, let's try it again. So you're going to move it like that. Yeah. Now, then you go to the next one down here, the x minus y equals 2. So you move it around to where it looks like, remember what we said, it looks like y equals x minus 2. Y equals x minus 2. So where does it go to minus 2? This is negative, so f's not going to be it. Sorry, f's not negative, g is negative, and h is negative. So those two won't be it. And f is passing at positive 2. We needed it negative 2. So it's going at negative 2 and it's going up 1 over 1. So we're going to take this, click it, we're going to slide it over, and it's going to intersect where? See, once you put them on top of each other, you see this little intersection point right there. Whoops, I moved. Okay. Notice they overlap exactly. Okay, so you want to line up the x and y tables to line up exactly and find that point. And that point is positive 1, and you're just going to click in here and say positive 1, comma, negative 1. And that's how you answer it. And that's it. And if you need it to be bigger, you can just move it over because there's a comma in there already. But that's how you do it. That's all you do. And you're going to put the equation right here. So I'm doing this one for you. So we moved it around and it was y equals negative x. And then we can even change the color. It's already got the color change in there. So then you've got y equals x minus 2. That's all you have to do. The color's already changed for you. Everything's ready. All you gotta do is click and drag, okay? So I did that one for you. And then I wanna walk you through, I'm gonna walk you through this one. Remember, you need to change the x minus 4y equals negative 2. You're going to subtract the x to the other side and then divide by negative 4. Okay, so I'm going to do that one for you real quick. Let's split that screen again. Let's click this one off. All right, where's it at? So you've got x minus 4. If you don't need this, turn it off, do it yourself. If you need the help, I'm going to keep going. If you've got this, go for it. You can stop the video and go from here. If you don't, watch on. Equals negative 2. You're going to also try number 4 and then come back and check it later with this video. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is subtract x on both sides. Okay, this cancels out here, but these don't combine. So you've got negative 4y equals, remember x goes first. Okay, now you're going to divide by 4. Not just 4, but negative 4. Now, here's the thing. What's the coefficient of x? It's not just negative, it's negative understood 1. So remember, this cancels and I have y all by itself. Okay? So now y is all by itself, and you're going to say negative 1 divided by negative 4 is just 1/4, but it's a positive 1/4. Okay? Then negative 2 divided by 4, 2 divided by 4 is 1/2. Negative divided by negative is positive. So positive 1/2. So that's your first equation. So we're just going to type that right here into the equation of 1/4 x plus 1/2. Okay. Now, if you need to take a screenshot of this, if you need to pause it to work on that, do that. Make sure you can do this on your own because we're going to be doing some of this tomorrow. But you can also print screen by shift, and the PRT-SC is usually above the backspace somewhere over there. And you can print this whole screen. So anyway, let's keep going. I'm going to go on to the next one. Now you've got, oops, let's change the color to a red. 2x plus y equals -4. I would encourage you to stop and try to do it yourself and then turn this back on and see if you get it right now. Okay, so we're going to subtract 2x. Hopefully you've tried it to see if you got it. Now you've got y equals -2x minus 4. And there's nothing else you can do. So that's your equation for this one. Okay, y equals -2x minus 4. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to take these equations and we're going to find them. Okay, so +1/2 on the y-axis. So this one does, that one's negative, and that one goes through 0, 0. So C and D are out. So let's look at A and let's look at B. Is this positive or is this negative? This equation is positive, so I'm going to go with the one that's going through 1/2. And is it raising 1, going up 1 and over 4? Yes, going up 1 and over 4. See how that is not really slanted very much? That's why you know. Okay, so now you're going to take this one and put it right there. Whoops, let's line it up. Maybe. Okay. Now you're going to take the -2. Now let's look down here. How many of these cross at -4? This one is crossing at -4. I mean, this one's crossing at +4, so that's not it. That's a negative. This one's positive. So we don't need this one, and we don't need this one because they're both positive. And our equation is negative because our slope is negative. All right, so it's this one or this one. So this one is crossing at -4, and that one's crossing at -4. So now we have to see which one's going down 2 and over 1, and which one's going, and what the other one's going. So let's try this E. It's going, this one's going down 1 and over 2. That's not what this says. That says -2, not 1/2, not -1/2. So let's try this one. It's going down 2 and over 1. So H is our answer. So you're just going to overlap it. And let's try to get it to where it's in the same spot. I think I probably put that other one too low. There we go. Now you can see where it lines up. And our solution here is -2, 0. And that's our x-intercept anyway. So that's they line up on their x-intercept where they both cross the x-axis. Okay, so the first two should be easy, but if you really what you're doing is just taking the equations that we did here, and you're just matching them up and bringing them together. Okay, I hope this helps. I feel like it should. I will have a video up tomorrow to show you if you for your check. So tomorrow I'll put a video up of going over all 4 of these, and that's how you'll check yours tomorrow.